And I remember about halfway through the summer,
Yeah.
my dad came home in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Middle of the day. And he looked at me and he said, "Get out." And
Classic.
I was like,
Classic Phil.
welcome to this week's episode of Teaching Keating. Summertime.
Can we even sing that
Will
anymore?
Smith. Oh, scandal
I
noted.
know,
Scandal noted.
Are we allowed to play his music on the radio anymore? I don't know. He's
I
had a
don't-
rough
I
last
don't
few
think
years.
we're allowed to get
I
jiggy
haven't
with it
heard
anymore.
Well, that one. Oh,
What a terrible song.
it was so bad.
What's
And
worse,
remember-
getting jiggy with it or Wild West?
Oh God. Man, you're really doing the throwbacks. They're both equally god awful. Both of them.
So bad.
Also, who was the producer that was like, "Will, I got these great songs for you," and he's like, "Yeah, that's going to be amazing." In fairness, we all bought it. I mean, remember how much
There was
jiggy
a
with it
summer
was
there
played?
where everyone was getting jiggy with it.
And the music video was everywhere, and everyone was playing it. Oh,
Just
we're really dating ourselves.
Just
right
saying
now.
that out loud makes me feel so lame and
know.
so old.
I know we are,
But
It's
everyone
okay.
did.
I know. Yeah.
Everyone.
I'll take old school Fresh Prince and all of his first, when he was still right out of Philly.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was
not a
such an
Scientologist yet.
underrated
Yeah.
sitcom.
Yeah, he was great.
It was funny.
It was funny. It was really good. Will Smith was great. Like he was. I wish he could just go back to that, and not do all of
I
the
would
crazy
argue
stuff he's
Uncle
doing.
Phil is a top 5 TV dad.
Agreed. Didn't he pass away? I think
He
passed
did.
away. Yeah, sad.
Yes.
Yeah. Not recently either.
That's not even what we're talking about today.
It's not. Summer.
No, we're talking about summertime.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, we are.
And we are standing at the
We're on
threshold
the
of summer,
precipice.
which is equal parts excitement and
Sure.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Molly, what is better during the summertime, downtime or structure?
Okay.
I'm going right in. We're going
Okay.
right in.
I don't really. I have a problem with both.
You have no, you
Classic.
don't. No, you
Yes,
don't.
I
You only have a
do.
problem with downtime. You love structure.
I do love structure, but I like healthy. Like, for example, our son likes to golf. That's kind of structured, but not.
No, it's not.
Okay, so if he golfed 5 days in a row, that would be a structure during summertime. I would be great with that.
That's
not-
never happening.
I'm just saying he doesn't have that. I'm just saying that won't even be his schedule because he doesn't have enough space. in
He's
the
not
summer.
going to live like a
No.
retired man in Boca for the summer.
He would like to, though.
If I don't get to live like
I
that,
know,
he
I
doesn't
know.
get to
He
live like
won't.
that.
We've already talked about it. So it's funny. He and his buddy were talking about getting a job at the golf course, and I was like, "Oh, is somebody magically just going to get you a job?"
They're
They don't
so
know how
funny.
it works.
We're going to get a job at a golf course. Oh,
Do you know how
they're
to apply?
they're
for a
going to be
job?
so excited.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God you're here with your zero
I'm
work
15.
experience.
I know.
I've been waiting
Mhm.
for you all this time.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
We'll just give you these jobs.
Oh,
It's
they're
funny
about
the
to
way
learn.
kids really don't have an understanding of just how things work. It's
Yeah.
okay. This is important for them. So, to your original
You're going to be working
question-
at Dairy Queen, slinging blizzards.
I mean, that was
like
your summer
this
job.
guy.
Yeah,
Also,
good one.
great
Good
summer job.
I think outdoors, anything summer job. So structure, great.
Also, I did work at a golf course
Yes.
on the grounds crew.
Yeah.
One of the best jobs I've ever had.
Great.
If
Yes.
I didn't have any ambition and education, I would have worked that grounds crew job for the rest of my
I
life.
mean, I'm pretty sure the guy who does grounds crew at Augusta Nationals probably has a great life.
I know
So-
that. I know that guy.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What?
That's the superintendent at
what they're
Augusta.
called?
He's
Okay.
either the superintendent or the assistant
I
superintendent.
don't know.
Is a
anything
guy by
about
the
it.
name of Zach Osan.
Okay.
Shout out Zach. Zach and I worked grounds crew together
No, you didn't.
at Crow Valley Country Club in
course you did.
Davenport, Iowa.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
Okay. I
Here
believe
was
you.
here was
Okay.
the
Really
difference.
good job.
I was there making money during the summer for
Yeah.
college.
Okay.
He was there as part of an internship
Oh, that's good.
in the turf grass management system at Iowa State.
Okay.
And he went on to be the superintendent at Augusta National.
Okay.
And
That's a
I went
big deal.
on to mow stripes in my front lawn.
Well done.
Fundamentally
The
different.
lawn looks great.
Yes.
That is
Also, awesome guy.
So sorry. Is turf management under an ag program?
Turf grass
can do?
management. No, it
Is
is a
that under
specific.
agriculture and in farming?
I don't
You're
know.
from Iowa. You're the one who's supposed to know this. I didn't grow
I'm
up around.
so sorry.
Sorry.
Yes.
I don't have that knowledge.
I am
Okay.
from Iowa. I don't know if
Okay,
that's in
somebody
the
help
ag
us. All
department
right.
or not.
I don't know. Anyway, great.
Yeah.
If anybody wants that, that route. There
Yeah.
you go. That's
Um,
awesome.
so
I
we're not
like
talking about
structure.
golf.
No, I like
Structure?
structure.
Yeah. Okay.
I like structure for the summers. Now, if you just like play and have fun all summer, but there's structure to it, I'm about it. I mean, I don't want to have to pay for it all summer, but I probably
I like
will.
downtime.
I know you do, but I don't like our kids with downtime.
You don't like me with downtime either.
It's because you don't actually have downtime. You're
I
just annoying.
I feel like a lot of husbands / boyfriends feel like this. When I
it's not
am
downtime.
when I am laying on the couch
Okay. Yeah.
watching a thing
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Molly comes into the house, I feel like I have to get up and look busy because you don't like when I have down because you wake up
Okay.
and you're on go.
I am.
And
Yep.
Molly is stuck on go and
Mhm.
she is the life of the party until
Mhm.
about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And
it's a
then
very old
you are
trick.
shutting that thing down.
I have been going since 6 a.m.
I know, but if you would just schedule a little downtime.
Nope. Summertime exclusively. I don't like downtime for kids. Now, there's a lot of loose things that can equate to like downtime, relaxing things. Going to the pool, I just said go play golf because that's our son's, personal interest right now. Going to just like hang out with friends, going to movies. I'm okay with like structured hangout.
What about a nap?
No, I don't like them in my house. I don't like the chaos of all the crap is everywhere and they get up at whatever time they want and they don't do any chores and their rooms are insane. And they're like the pure just like chaos of summertime makes me insane. So no, I'm not about that.
Can I tell you? I took a nap yesterday.
I'm pretty sure I was there.
I like a
Okay.
I like a 15 to 20 minute power nap. Nothing over 20.
That says the research.
Then I wake up
20
groggy.
is good. Yeah,
I like a 20-minute power nap.
Mhm.
I will tell you,
Yes.
yesterday I took about a 12-minute power nap. Do you know why? I heard your voice walk into the room. And I was like, oh shit. Like,
Is it my fault?
I'm napping. Look awake. Look awake.
It's my fault
Why?
that you can't nap. What do you think? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking for the children. Unstructured summers or structured summers?
I'm a big balance guy.
Yes.
I like
Theoretically.
I like
you are.
structure, so I like them to
Sure.
like the fact that Shar is still doing dance
Yeah.
and Everett's doing baseball or football.
Sure.
That gives them the sort of loose structure, but I
Yes.
think there's tons of value, especially for kids in the summertime,
Yes.
to have downtime
Sure.
where they can have chunks of the day where they are not responsible for anything.
I agree. I totally agree. I just would like that chunk of the day being something social.
That's not downtime.
It is. I don't want our son in the basement on video games, right? Like, which would be his choice of downtime if he's not like at his sport or whatever, whatever camp he's at or whatever he's doing, whatever the schedule
Here's
is
the
for the
thing.
summer.
He's going to get up and he's going to go to football for 3 or 4 hours in the morning.
Great. That's 3 days a week. He can work the other 2. He can be outside getting some sun, chatting with the ladies, although it won't be him chatting with ladies. It'll be his friends.
It'll be him
He'll
awkwardly
be standing in back.
in proximity to
I
ladies.
don't want to.
For now,
he's doing his own thing.
Enjoy that while it lasts.
Okay. I'm saying everybody to each their own. I would like him being social. I don't want him being isolated in the basement. Summertime is for being out, whatever it means. Be out in the summer, doing things, sun on your body, working your body, being with your pals, all the things you don't get to do during school. So I'm about the social aspect of summer. You can stay out late and you can sleep in early if you don't have anything the next morning. That's okay. I'm okay with sleep. I'm not okay with like everyday, unstructured, willy-nilly doing your thing while your mom is doing your laundry and picking up all your crap.
We'll stop doing that for
That's
them.
me. I am. We're working towards it. But they're still under our roof. They're not grown and out of the house yet.
We're working towards it.
We are. We're working towards it. You are also working towards it.
I put our son to work last night
I know.
on
That's
a thing
you're mad.
that I usually do that he is
Fine.
going to do.
Fine. It's fine for whatever. I just think the structure is better.
Okay.
So you think unstructured because you think they need the downtime? But like how much of that is okay?
I think, no, I don't want total downtime where it's just like
saying.
you wake up at 11, you go play video
Right.
games. I'm not.
Which our friends do.
I'm not advocating for that.
Our kids do have friends who like have zero structured time
Not advocating for that.
during the summer.
So let me ask you this. Think
Mhm.
back to your own childhood, right?
Okay.
Like do you have a summer that you wasted?
Oh, good question.
Do you have one where you thrived?
Mhm.
And my question is like, what made the difference?
Okay.
And do
Yeah.
you want me to let you think about it?
Go ahead and answer, but I already have my answer.
Go.
I would say I thrived when I was older because I had a summer job. So I was working, but it was still outside. Like I was a lifeguard, whatever.
Yeah.
It was so easy. It was the easiest, best, great job for a very social high school student,
Mhm.
high school girl, whatever. It was fine. It was low stress, but it was enough money to like get gas and tootle around and hang out with my friends and
Sure.
go see movies at night. And I didn't work every day. It was just nice. And I think so, like that structure, I think anything, especially for kids in high school, like if they don't have to be doing summer sports all the time, they should be working. There's a million jobs out there. Just like they should be out being social, working and being with people. I think that's important.
Even if it's doing work around your house, like
Anything.
get them mowing the lawn,
Yes,
get them
anything.
get them contributing.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think manual labor during the summer for teenagers is imperative.
I agree.
Just there's nowhere else
Yeah.
to put their hormones. Just to be really, very succinct about it. There's a lot of hormones happening. They need a physical exertion to like keep those in check and not make them nightmares all summer long.
Yes. So here's
They just
the
do.
thing.
Sure.
I agree with a big chunk of this. Like
Okay.
parents,
Great.
don't let your kids hang out alone all summer.
Right.
Where they sleep in late.
Right.
And then they get up and they play video games alone,
Eat
or they watch
whatever,
YouTube alone, or they
hang
dick
out.
around on their
Yeah.
phones alone.
Right.
It's bad for them.
It's bad.
I
Yeah.
100%
That's
agree
why I'm
with.
like, get out.
I think within the confines of a schedule
Sure.
that exists during the summer,
Mhm.
there has to be some space for vegging out.
Sure. Ours will get that. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay with the vegging out, but I also still think like structure that like that can happen within the contents, like confines of the weekend or vacation, or like we take a lot of trips. They're going to get a lot of downtime where
Sure.
they'll be fine. Their brains aren't going to be that worked. Their bodies will be. They can both sleep in. They can both talk to their friends. They can stay up late, sleep in. That's not what I'm saying. But it can't be. That can't be the norm all summer long.
I had you were talking about the socialization part.
Yeah.
I had a summer in middle school.
Okay, yeah, tell
I'll
me.
never forget this. The question was like summer wasted versus a summer where you thrived.
Yeah.
Mine was the same summer.
Oh, funny.
Because I went through the first half of the summer and I would go to like swim lessons in the morning,
Uh-huh.
and then I would come home and I would just like hang out.
Yeah.
And I would watch MTV.
Yeah. Both your parents were probably working.
Both my parents
Mhm.
were working.
Mhm.
I would
And it's not like
play.
you had daycare back in the day.
I would
You're just
play
by yourself.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I was hardcore just hanging
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
And I did that for the whole first half of the summer.
Okay.
And I remember about halfway through the summer,
Yeah.
my dad came home in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Middle of the day. And he looked at me and he said, "Get out." And
Classic.
I was like,
Classic Phil.
I was like,
Great.
what do you mean?
Sure.
Get out. And
How
he's
old
like,
were you?
6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. He goes,
So, like,
get out.
12,
And I was
13.
like, what do you mean
Okay.
get out? And he's like,
Just
get
out.
outside.
Yeah.
I was like, and do what?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't care. Get out. And
Yeah.
I remember like
Uh-huh.
walking out the front
Mhm.
door, and he closed the door behind me and it locked. And
And you're like,
now I'm
what am I
just
supposed to do?
outside. Like the sun,
Oh no.
the sun is beating down on me that I had not seen all summer, except in the morning at swim lessons. And I'm like, outside.
Like you're coming out of cave.
What am I? Yes,
or
like
something.
I-
Like someone dropped you in the middle, like we're in an alone
I
episode or
had-
something, and you're so confused.
there was a couple
by your
minutes where I'm literally
surroundings.
just standing there on the front porch, like, what
What
do
am I supposed to do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
And I
Guess I'll
remember
find some people.
I
Yeah.
literally walked over
Uh-huh.
to my friend Doug Schmitz's
Okay.
house.
Yep.
He lived close. I didn't know this is all
Way
pre
to think
cell
it
phone.
through. Sure.
I didn't know if he was home.
Sure.
I
Good
didn't
job.
know-
You had to figure it out.
I was just like,
Yeah.
okay. And so
Yes.
also nobody asked me where I was going. Nobody
No
asked
one
me
tracked
what
me on
time
Life
I was.
360.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
No,
Uh-huh.
all my dad knew.
Yeah.
I think about it from my dad's perspective
Uh-huh.
now. All he knew is he put me outside, closed the door behind me, locked it, and then I
And then
disappeared.
you just were outside.
And he was like, "Great."
Good.
So I remember I
Very
walked
great.
I
Yeah.
walked over to Doug Schmitz's house.
Yeah.
And he was over there with a couple of my other buddies, and they
Mhm.
were like jumping on. He had a trampoline, which was
Awesome.
like back in the day.
Yeah.
I was like, "You are rich."
Real
Look at this
big
trampoline.
vibes. Real big time.
And he and a couple of my buddies were jumping on the trampoline. I just
Mhm.
walked into the backyard.
Great.
They're like, "Weston," and I was like, "Hey guys, you know, like
Awkwardly.
I'm just like
Mhm.
a like super pasty white sheet
Yeah.
because I haven't been out in the sun all
Yep.
summer. And they're like, dude, where have you been all summer? And I was like, at my house. And they're like, hey, let's play football. And we played football in the backyard.
Yeah.
And it was so
You
fun.
hung out.
And
Mhm.
every single day for the
Mhm.
rest of that summer,
Yeah.
I would wake up, left the house,
Mhm.
went over, and
Did
we
you
would
quit
jump on the
swimming lessons?
trampoline. We would have, no, kept going to swimming
Okay, good.
lessons. I'm an
Phew.
excellent swimmer.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I sink like a rock. I'd walk
Keep going.
over and we'd jump on the
Uh-huh.
trampoline. We'd have water gun
Yeah.
fights and we would play football in the
Do
backyard.
kid stuff.
And I did it the
Great.
rest of the summer.
Yeah.
And it was a summer where I thrived.
Yes.
And I remember the difference in joy. That's what I
Uh-huh.
remember most.
Mhm.
The difference in like how bored and lethargic
Yeah.
and like just awful I
Yeah.
felt. And the juxtaposition of that and just like the joy that I felt like being around people. It's why I said, like,
Yeah.
do not let your kids hang out at home by
Yeah.
themselves. Like, they seem to be having a good time.
No.
They're not.
Thanks for making my point.
Go be with other people.
Yeah, just be with other people.
Yeah.
I don't care what it is. And you were saying that too, like, oh, it's still unstructured. Well, sure, it was unstructured, but it was the same thing every day where you were all outside doing the same thing together in a group.
Sure.
That's structured. That's a plan. And that's good.
Yes.
I'm just saying, so like whatever the thing is, who cares what the thing is? Just be with people and be together and let your kids like roam a little bit. That I'm actually okay with. I'm
Yes.
struggling with that as a parent, but that's something
Yes.
that my children need. They both need to safely roam in packs with peers.
Here's another
Not
thing.
too much trouble, but like a little bit, just like be together and do fun kid things without your parents around.
Here's another thing I think
Sure.
parents struggle with. You were talking
Okay.
about parent struggles in the summer.
Yes.
Boredom.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of, especially with younger kids, a lot of parents will hear their kids be like,
Yes.
I'm bored.
Right.
And they think like that's a problem for them to solve.
Sure.
So my question is boredom
48 million play dates.
Yeah. Is
Mhm.
boredom a problem for us to solve?
No.
Or is that a space for kids to develop creativity, socialization that is unstructured? Because you're
Sure.
what's interesting is your brain immediately went play dates,
Yeah.
which tells me you think that their boredom is a problem for you to solve.
So hold on. I said that's what parents do. They
Okay.
immediately like
Yeah.
insert play dates or insert camp after camp
Where they
after
just
camp
like
after
sit
camp
and
after
hover
camp.
and watch their kids
Sure.
play.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
get
it's
that.
harder when your kids are younger. Our kids are older in a space now that they like have a little bit more autonomy and they have more freedom, so we can give them, you know, I don't give two craps about their boredom. I'm
Yeah.
like, great, I have a million things for you to do if you
Yeah.
want to work. Great. They won't. They'll find things to do, no problem. I think it's important for kids to have unstructured downtime, whether it be reading or like listening to music or anything like sitting outside, being on the, you know, going to the pool. Our son likes to play the piano. Our daughter likes to go lay outside and like jump on the trampoline. And sometimes she'll like listen to music with her pals or just like,
Yeah.
you know, it is unstructured, but I don't ever think like being bored is a bad thing. I think they need to learn to sit with it because what's the alternative? They're used to school so much and not even school, their phones where they have 25 windows open all the time and their brains are going this way, this way, this way, this way. So when they're bored, they're saying nothing is giving me the dopamine I want. I'm not being enticed by something. And
Right.
that's what they're uncomfortable with. And I'm great with them sitting with that.
Yeah.
They need to sit with that. Kids all need to sit with that. That's fine. But sit with it on your own for like 30 minutes. And if you still can't figure out something to do, then go physically find another person to hang out with or, you know, meet up somewhere, walk around the neighborhood, walk the dogs. I mean, it's very minimal. It's not hard stuff to do. It just is like small, normal socialization behaviors that like they're not going to get in school. This is the time for kids to really flex those muscles, those social muscles of just like how great it is to be a kid and how great it is to be unstructured and not in a job or not doing something that you don't have to do or get up at a specific time every single day. It's a really beautiful time for kids and their freedoms.
Yeah.
So I'm about them flexing those freedoms in a healthy way that's age appropriate with other kids.
With other kids.
With other kids.
Can I share
Please.
a controversial opinion?
Oh gosh. I don't even have any idea what you're going to say, but sure.
This is a thing that used
Okay.
to drive me crazy when we
Okay.
would take our kids to the playground when they
Okay.
were younger.
Is this going to be a low-key burn at me?
No,
Okay, good.
no.
I just don't know where you're going with it at all.
I one of the things that drives me crazy is when we used to go to the playground.
Okay.
We'd take our kids there. There's tons of other kids there. And I'd see a parent on the playground playing nonstop with their child or children. I would have a very visceral response to that.
Sure.
I'd be like, hey, what are you doing, you
Right.
asshole? Like, we're here so that all
Right.
these kids can play together.
Figure it out.
Like, my kid sees
Sure.
you playing with their kid, and now they think I'm the toy.
Sure.
And I think I probably had more of a problem because my kids have always seen me as their greatest toy.
Yes.
It's
And you're very playful. Like, you're a really playful
Yes.
dad. You always like
what some
throwing
peop-
them in the pool and
Yes.
teaching them to ride bikes. Like, you're very physical and involved
what
in
some
all the
people
good dad
what
ways.
some people think they
Yes.
are hearing me say right now is like, don't play with your kids. It's
No,
not what I'm saying.
no.
But what I'm saying is like, hey, when you take your kids to a place
Yes.
and there's other little kids around,
Yes.
like, let them play
Sure.
unstructured
Yeah.
with other kids.
It's like a thing, you know, like we used to go, like we went on vacation a couple times to Mexico, and like that's a high gradient, you know, kids are scared or
let
kids
your
are
kids
younger.
run
Yeah.
around Mexico
Yeah.
by themselves.
Nope.
No.
It's not what I'm saying. When we were at the pool in our very structured hotel that we never left, property,
Yes.
whatever, there's other little kids around.
Yeah.
And I remember both of them being super nervous, like, oh, there's kids, but what do I do? And I'm like, just go throw the ball.
Yeah.
Ask them their name.
Yeah.
And they both had a really hard time with it. Kids these days.
Yeah.
I mean,
Charlotte,
we do sound ancient.
do you want to go
like,
play with that little girl?
Just ask her
if
name.
she wants to have a
I don't
handstand
want
competition
to. I'm
in the
super
pool.
nervous.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be best friends. You
Yeah.
don't have to remember her name. Just say hello.
Yes.
Watch. I'll even walk up there with you, but I would walk and then not talk. I know you're mad about it, but they were like
what are
6
you
and 8
doing?
at that time. I'm just saying.
I think this is a problem.
It probably is, but they weren't going to do it on their own. So if I just literally can accompany until they get there.
You were probably at the playground with our kids when I was on the
That's
road
right.
playing with them.
No, I'd be like, play with that little guy. Ask him her name.
I'll
be
there
over
with
here. No, only Shar, but probably.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly.
Everett used to just be like, you want to play? You want to throw the ball? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
No names involved. He didn't even care. He was
No.
like, whatever, throw the ball.
That's-
Which is very much still how he is.
yes.
I'll be like, hey, what's your coach's name? I don't know. You don't? You've been playing for him for like 3 months. You don't
Yeah.
know his name? I don't know. Like, that's not his brain. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just go with him. Take your wins when you can. I think time outside, socialized with other kids, doing anything that's outside
I
is a
agree.
great summer
I
time.
agree. And I don't
However
think,
that looks for your family.
I don't
Sure.
think parents should view boredom
Right.
as like a problem for them to
Yeah,
solve.
you don't have to solve it. Your
No.
kids they have too much going on anyway. There's too many windows open in their brain anyway.
Yeah.
They probably need some downtime.
Your child's boredom
Yeah.
is not a problem
Yeah.
for you to solve.
Yeah.
It is a problem for them to
Mhm.
figure out how to
Mhm.
solve. And some of our best playtime
Sure.
as kids came like
When your
it-
dad kicked
I
you
do-
outside and didn't solve it for you.
correct.
Yes.
And I think it's a fundamental problem. I think because so many of them have phones now,
Yeah.
it doesn't allow them the opportunity to sit with boredom.
They don't sit with anything.
no.
They don't sit.
Yeah.
Like, you're teasing me for not sitting down. I actually don't sit with my phone ever. But like, unless my AirPods are in, I'm listening to a podcast as I'm going around doing laundry, going to the grocery store, doing all the things. But like, I don't sit. Like, that's not a thing. It's okay to be quiet. Like, they don't even know how to sit outside. They don't know how to sit in the grass. They don't know how to
They
sit
don't know how to
at a
sit in the grass.
I'm just saying they don't sit down. They don't know how to sit and like
Also,
hang
sitting in the
out.
grass, very overrated.
Oh, I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a real big fan. Big fan of summertime sitting on the grass
Oh.
or swinging.
You're talking.
doing
You're talking about a
anything.
picnic without the food.
Great.
Oh.
Sounds wonderful.
No, pass. All right.
I'm about all these things, all the sensory things.
What you've just talked
Yeah.
about sounds so boring.
Yeah.
Let's go sit in the grass.
Great.
No. No.
The kids will do it with me.
Pass.
I'll be like, let's go sit in the front yard and just
No.
hang out.
I feel itchy just hearing about
I'm
it.
sure you do. It's okay. You don't have to sit.
Um,
I'll put down a blanket.
I won't sit.
Okay. You don't have to.
put down a
You're not
blanket.
invited.
I'll take a nap. All right. Last question. Scoreboard for summer.
Oh gosh.
If summer has a
I don't
scoreboard,
know about these.
which life has a scoreboard,
Okay.
and
According to you.
I'm trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
If if summer has a scoreboard,
Yeah.
like what has to go up on the scoreboard for you to qualify it as a win?
Okay.
For you, we've talked about it for the kids,
Yeah.
right? But for you as an adult,
As an
what's a
adult,
win?
Just like at least I mean, there's only 3 months summer, so like a monthly family outing. I would
That's
like
a long time.
I would like a weekly family outing. That would be great.
Weekly family outing.
Yeah, just something that's how you're going to concerts this summer. Like you're trying to schedule one with both the kids. Not there yet, but like
Not
I would
weekly.
love like a family, any concert. I don't even care who it is. I won't
Okay.
even be snobby about the country artist or
Yes,
something.
you will be.
I totally will.
Yes,
But I'll
you will
try
be.
to not be.
Yes.
I'll hold it in. I'll hold in my
That's not something you've ever
I
done in the
mean,
history of our lives together.
I'll try to hold it in and not drink so that I don't talk too much trash about the concert that we're at. I don't care. If my kids are there and you're there, I won't complain. I'll be happy because I want to be out. So like that would be a win. Any sort
Okay.
of event with anything that we did as a family, that would be an awesome
Okay,
win.
that's a win.
We already talked about vacations. We're already doing that.
Okay.
So that's great. That's a win. Just time together. Time as a family and time out, not in front of a screen or not, just with other people, sharing time. I think we talk about it a lot. Like we're limited, like, we're about to be done with freshman year here, 3 years and he's off, and then it's just fast and furious, and that's okay. That's their time. This is a really fun time in life for both our kids right now. I want them to be able to soak all that up, and I'm not trying to commandeer it to my own, wills of things that I wish were happening, but I would like to still participate, in those years that we have left with them as a family. So I just I'm not trying to be overbearing, but I would like some time. What about you? Those would be wins for me. What about you?
Multiple family dinners a week.
Okay, good. That's ambitious. Are you grilling on all of those dinners? Great.
Yes,
We can do that.
I will.
Great.
Multiple family dinners is a win on my summertime scoreboard.
Yep.
Nap time.
For you, we're not
Is-
napping as a family. We go to the pool and then maybe you can have a nap at the pool.
See, this is the problem.
Why is this a problem?
My nap has to be rolled into scheduled social.
Yes.
No.
Because we got to be out.
Also, I don't like to nap in front of other people.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't care at all. I'm not looking at people at the pool.
I want to be able to nap
I'm just in the
aggressively.
sun.
In,
You're snoring so
in
bad.
any position
You
I
really
like.
want to. I thought you only napped for 20 minutes.
But I get in there. I get in there. When I go down, I go
Oh, I
all
know.
the way down.
I know. I know. Maybe we'll get you a hammock, and that will be a good in between that you can put in the back. There you
Other
go.
wins for me, like
Mhm.
I want to read something. I want
good.
to write something.
I'll do that.
And I do want I just want I want family time.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's big events. I don't care if it's
Sure.
concerts or travel. I want family movie nights.
Yeah.
I want game nights.
Yeah.
I want laughter in our house.
It's tricky too because everything that we just said we wanted for them also includes all these other people that that aren't us.
Yeah, that sucks.
So like, all my goals for you didn't necessarily include your
I
mother
know.
in all of these things, wanting you to be socialized and be out all summer long. It's okay.
I
We'll
know.
come to center with it. It's okay.
Okay.
That we'll have that conversation. They'll figure it
All right.
out. It'll be good.
All right.
All right. Get your kids out this summer, everybody.
Yes, get them
Yay.
outside. As always, you can find us anywhere podcasts are listened to. Like, subscribe, find us on YouTube. Lots of people finding us, either the shorts or the full episodes.
Yeah.
You can find me having a nap around my house. Molly, where can we find you?
You're going to find me in the passenger seat in the car with our son as he gets his driver's hours or
Here we
driver's ed hours
go.
because he's getting there closer and closer.
Yeah.
So I'll be driving around
Yeah.
safely and with joy and not too much stress on my face, trying to really build him up that he's a great driver.
And we're ending
Lots
with
of
another lie.
practice.
We'll see you on next week's episode. Be well.